Hey, what's up everybody? This is Pickleball Saves the Planet, a channel that we talk about how pickleball raises the frequency of the earth by offsetting the negativity, also teaching us some great parts about us that we might have missed as we were growing up. I'm at a beautiful park here at Cottonwood Creek in Encinitas, California. It's one of my favorite parks to play at on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. We get a men's group together, and we include women, mixed group, talking about that diversity area in another chapter. So here's one of the greatest places, one of the greatest ways that pickleball saves the planet by erasing negative, toxic energy and replacing it with healthy competition energy. And there's just a few examples I'm going to give of that. So first of all, everything's on the honor system. So it is a poor form to call a ball out that's actually in, and you call all your calls on your side and the other players call them on their side for the most part. You also call your foot faults, right? If somebody points it out, look down, and if it's legit, you go for it. So that is one thing with that. And it even gets into being some jokes, right? So here's one of the biggest rules that we have. It keeps things healthy competition. And basically, if you're not doing it like this, you're probably standing out as just kind of a turd. That's the thing is this sport is really unique in the sense that if you disagree with the call, it just doesn't look good to go ahead and go all ape on it. So one of the things that I'm going to do some stretching while I talk about this. One of the fun things is it's kind of a rule that if it's too close, you give the ball to the play, right? If I don't swing at the ball and it's super close and it's near the line, and I'm not sure, then you pretty much give the other player the point, because you reward the play over the close call that you miss or you choose not to hit. Second thing is that there's sometimes like a little bit of a fun, humorous thing that happens where if somebody calls you out and then the next shot is they hit it long or something like that, we joke, just kind of like, I remember hearing this first in basketball, but the ball doesn't lie. And so it's a little bit like that instant karma that happens with the next play. And so, this is evidence that this is a joking thing and a healthy way of the sport. I heard it said once when I was playing with this guy, it was pretty early on, and he was hitting like ATP after ATP after ATP. And it was so solid. I was kind of taking it serious and stuff like that. And he's like, look, I gave him a compliment. He's like, yeah, I just don't take it too serious. It's a plastic ball with holes in it, talking about the wiffle ball itself. It's just not worth taking too serious. It's not to say that you don't take your growth serious or you don't take the sport serious. It's just in the moment, not losing your head or losing your cool over it. So this is really that healthy competition thing. The other thing is that, I might play with players that are not as good, but I'm really wanting to lift them up. I just got through playing a game, and Lucadia Lee, he always coaching a lot of people. And so I'm playing with a newer guy, and, you just kind of give tips, but I'm also playing against somebody that he was playing with. It wasn't, he was doing some great shots, but he hadn't played as long, and so I'm giving him compliments and stuff. This is the way that we keep a healthy competition versus negative, toxic energy. So here's a couple things, and one of the things I'm going to be adding to. But ultimately, everybody that you lift helps you benefit in the end, because if they're playing really good, and we have a group, like I say, on Tuesdays and Thursdays up here, that everybody's elevating their game and everybody's cheering for everybody, and everybody's like helping each other get better, because the better the competition, the more you play against better competition, the better you get too. So, these are just evidences that this sport raises the frequency. So here's a couple tips off the cuff to help you to play the sport at a higher vibrational frequency and to basically have healthy competition energy versus negative toxic energy. The first one is number one, don't take it too serious. It's okay to react, but then let it go. Be in the moment for the next shot. The second one is to know that other players are trying just as hard as you are, and so don't rob somebody of a good shot just because it's close and you don't go for it. Pretty much give it over to them if you're not sure. Okay, so they call it a hook if you don't do that. So that's number two. Number three is work on yourself. If you feel like you're super triggered by somebody being like kind of a little bit too aggro and not giving you the points, then that's a trigger that you need to work on. Learn how to get neutral with it, or even use that to your energy and transmute that energy to playing even better. So those are the top three tips that I would have. Is don't take it too serious, get in the moment, and then use the energy for the good. So with that, you know, it's okay to take your growth serious. It's okay to take the point and react at times just in the moment. But I'm never going to be angry at my partner. I'm going to be angry in the moment and then let it go and be in the moment afterwards. And then awesome for you if you take that energy and you can use it. And so with that, this is just another way, another bit of evidence that pickleball saves the planet. I don't know another sport where you're playing and you're actually giving tips to your partner or even across the net. Because again, as people grow in their ability to give you competition, you grow in your ability to play as well because you're playing better competition. And with that, Pickleball Saves the Planet. This is the channel that talks about how playing at your passion, playing at this sport helps to raise the frequency of the planet by you going after it and learning to offset the negativity in the world through your play.